Okay, we're joined by UCF head coach Katie Abrahamson Henderson. Coach, thanks so much for joining us once again. Congratulations on the win and getting to the final. Just get your opening thoughts on the game, please, and then we'll open up to questions.
I'm just very proud of our team. I'm proud of our ladies. I mean, just came out really, really, really focused and defensively focused. I mean, Houston is one of the top offensive teams in the country. We knew that coming in. We knew that when we played them twice and how we had to guard them. So I'm very proud that our team came in super focused and held a team like that to only 39 points. I mean, that's all about defense. And then offensively, I think our team was really locked in. We talked about them doing their jobs, and a lot of them did their job. Asia Todd hit 2 threes. That's what she does. At Lish, they weren't going to let her shoot threes. So we told her to go to the basket and get some layups. I mean, Diamond hit some threes and she never hit some three. Moss went to work on the low block. So we told them to do their jobs. And actually, when it's March Madness, you got to do it really well at this time. And so I felt like Moss and Diamond and Tay really, and Brittany also really got them focused and ready to go for this game. Because we remember what happened last year when we played in this game and we lost it. So I don't think our upperclassmen and our captains really wanted that to happen again.
Okay, we'll open up to questions for Coach, please. Feel free to just fire away with your questions.
Coach, congratulations on a very impressive win tonight.
Thanks, Steve.
Out of everything you saw on the floor tonight, what were you most pleased with?
I mean, I think they're focused. I really was. I mean, you can get in these situations, unfocused and, worry about tired legs or, I can't do it or things like that. I mean, their focus was really good. And I'm going to attribute that to Moss and Diamond, really, to be honest. And we talked to the Moss and Diamond and said, you have to lead this team and you got to get them focused. And that starts with you guys being focused. And I thought really those two and Tay defensively really got everybody focused, and that really helped Lish get focused. Right. And I just think we did that, and that we were going to have to play defense to win this game.
Coach, you guys had 7 more turnovers than Houston this game, but you guys obviously won by a big margin. What were some of the things that you did to sort of make up for those turnovers?
Well, play defense. I'm going to say it 100 times. So if we turn the ball over, then we had talked about that. If you turn the ball over, then you don't worry about that turnover. You get back and you get stops on defense. And pretty much that's what we did.
Offensively, was that the first half? I mean, that was high quality shots. You got Kaba inside, mix inside, outside. Was that the best execution you felt offensively, especially after yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, they started undersized, and Moss is, so we were trying to do sets to go to Moss because we knew they were undersized, and Moss has been a beast on the low block. I mean, she's been that way for the last 5-6 games, and so we were trying to make sure that, we got the ball. They weren't doubling her. So that was kind of nice for her that, the last game they were doubling her really hard and fast, which was different than this game. And so, we were just trying to run some plays and sets and misdirection plays to get to Moss the ball. And she was very patient with her moves. And she finished well.
Other questions?
Coach, can you talk a little bit about Lish's play tonight? Her shots weren't necessarily falling, but I think she ended up with 7 rebounds. And I saw her one time go up surrounded by players that were bigger than her getting the rebound. She just looked so comfortable on the floor.
Yeah, we just laughed about that because I said that in the locker room that she had 7 rebounds and she was like, I'm a beast, because that's the post players' jobs. And that's a tough job. But we also said that they're going to shoot threes. And so they're going to be long rebounds, and you guys are going to be able to clean up and get some, defensive boards. And, she got 7 for us. So, I mean, she always says that I could get rebounds, and we're just like, okay, Lish, don't go and, just get back, just do whatever you need to do, or, but we knew that the shots were going to be long, and they kind of fell right in her spot.
Getting back to that championship game after not being there last year, do I get a sense, if based on how you talked and talking to the players, that's been the chip on their shoulder, the veterans especially, getting back to the championship where you've been knocking on the door?
Yep, absolutely. I mean, and they deserve it. They've worked really hard. I mean, this year has been a crazy year for everybody. And, I mean, I think in any sports level, when you get beat in a championship tournament play, I mean, everybody that you see and talk to, if they lost the game that they probably shouldn't have lost, I mean, we were up by 16 points. And we lost that game. So, I mean, you just don't forget those things. They remember how that hurt. And since I don't know if we would have gotten the NCAA tournament last year, we were hoping that we would, but you just can't leave it to other people to make those decisions. You have to do it yourself. So, I mean, we talked about that a lot. Let's really focus on one game at a time. That's all we were worried about. It's the next biggest game, and tonight was our next biggest game, and tomorrow's going to be our next biggest game. I mean, we're just going to keep taking it one game at a time.
So, Coach, these two teams face off again tomorrow night, third time in a little more than a week. They each know what to expect from the other.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so it's going to be a fun game. I mean, I think both teams, really want to win a championship, and it's going to be hard fought. I think everybody's going to play really, really hard, and it's going to be, it's going to be like, woo, this is it, So I think there's a lot of excitement. There's, they have upperclassmen, we have upperclassmen, so we just gotta come focused, and just like we did tonight, we came really focused defensively. And I think that's going to be one of the most important keys, because obviously they're a great offensive team too.
Coach, I asked you last night what you thought your team had to do a little bit better last night to compete tonight. What do you have to do a little bit better tomorrow night that you did not do tonight?
Definitely limit turnovers, because we can't have 23 turnovers, because they'll capitalize on those. And I think that we just got to do a really better job of not getting in foul trouble. We were fouling there in the third quarter a lot, and we got in some, quick foul trouble. I think Moss got a foul right away. We got to really make sure that we are smart about our fouls, and just let things go if that's the case. We need our upperclassmen in the game, for 40 minutes.
You're playing USF a third time in a week. It feels like a WNBA type of a schedule playing them. Plus, you're playing Houston, who plays a similar style. So does that help as far as the preparation, that you've pretty much seen this now 4 times really in a week?
Yeah. Eric, you're smart. We just said that. I mean, it's kind of the same. We're a completely different game plan for other people, right? Which I like that, because it's hard to prepare for us. Offensively, especially against our defense, and our defense is looking really good right now, and the players have really bought into that, and it starts, I'm always going to say it, and Diamond and Moss and Tay, that defense they are stifling in it, they're just so good in it. So they know their rules, they know what they're supposed to do, they know how to pressure, they just know so much with that defense. So it's going to be, fun to meet up with them again, and Jose's great, and, and it's a championship game. And so we got to bring a championship game.
Coach, yesterday you talked about the adjustment that it took having not practiced on that court. Did you see the team be more comfortable out there early on, especially?
Yes, but especially for shots falling. That was hard coming in the first day, and we never really shot in here, especially free throws. I don't know how we did on free throws today. Were we a little better on free throws? We were okay, a little better, but it's you get your first game jitters. Now they're kind of used to playing on the floor, and so our shots were falling a little bit better as we try to get out here a little sooner so they can get some shots up. So that was super important for us.
1 or 2 more for Coach. Hearing none, Coach, thanks for your time tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we welcome in Masani Kaba for UCF. Again, just fire away with your questions, please.
Moss, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
You sat on the bench early last night a little bit, and you came out tonight like you didn't enjoy that last night. Did that factor at all, the way you started the game? You were just on fire.
Yes. I didn't like the fact that I was sitting on the bench. I know my teammates need me, so I knew this game I had to come out strong. I couldn't get in foul trouble early like I did last night, and I knew I had to play hard for them to make up for last night.
What does it mean to get back to a championship game after not being there last year?
It's everything that I wanted. It's my senior year. I wanted to make it to championship last year. We did that mistake. We messed it up for ourselves, and I was making sure that it wasn't going to happen again this year.
And what does it mean to face your most fierce rival third time in a little more than a week?
Hey, I love it. We're going to go out. We're going to play. We played them in the past, week 2 times, but, we're going to go out there tomorrow. We're just going to play our game. We're going to play UCF basketball.
You played Houston twice during the regular season, relatively close games. Did you see a 22-point victory tonight?
I did, because, we played great defense. That's really what was going to win us this game. And, we came out, we was on fire. We was there defensively. And that's really what made us win this game tonight by such a big margin.
What do you take from this game? You mentioned defensively, we're so locked in. You shut them down really from the get-go. Do you feel that your team right now is locked in, focused, and the offense is now also catching up because you had a good performance offensively as well?
I think our defense always leads to our offense. If we're playing good defensively, we're going to play good offensively. And Coach A preaches that defense comes first. So, we're always going to stay locked in. We're going to play defense first, and then the offense will follow.
Any final questions?
Yeah, Moss, how does it make you feel that you see your teammates diving on the floor for loose balls, especially late in the game when the game is out? You've got it wrapped up. But how exciting is it to see the way your teammates are really going after it?
If you come to a UCF practice, you'll see. We're always diving on loose balls. Our coaches preach, hustle plays, play harder. And that's what we did tonight. We was diving on those loose balls. We knew we had to get those balls.
Every time you play South Florida, it's a big game. This is as big as it gets. Describe for those, because a lot of people are going to be tuned in to this game. What is it like to be a part of this rivalry like you have been for many years now?
If you're ready for a good game, tune in. That's all I could say. It's going to be a great game tomorrow.
On that note, that's a great advertisement for tomorrow. Thanks, Moss. We appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Good luck. Okay, we're joined now by Houston head coach Ronald Huey. Coach, we just get your thoughts on the game, please, and we'll open up to questions.
Thanks for having me. Hats off first to UCF. They came out ready and with a fire that wasn't going to be denied. And, we just couldn't sustain and do the things necessary to be successful for us. But again, really proud of our team and how far we've come this year, especially with COVID and all the other adversities we've had. And just look forward to, Selection Monday.
Okay, we'll take questions for Coach Huey. Please just fire away with your questions if you have one.
So could you talk a little bit about the first quarter, just what seemed to not click for you guys?
Yeah, we, they were really aggressive in their 3-2. The top 3 guards put so much pressure on the ball and the passes to the wing that we were a little stagnant in the things that we need to run. We were trying to run our sets when they were taking away things, and we needed to just dribble and get in the gaps and be able to create opportunities for each other. I think we got a little stagnant with doing those kind of things, where sometimes you just got to play basketball. Sometimes you just got to notice some things and get into a gap and be able to play, especially against a zone. And we were a little confused and a little reluctant to do that until we needed to settle down.
Ron, you mentioned just now waiting for Selection Monday, but realistically, what do you think happens now? Obviously you've made your case for inclusion, but either way, it looks like you guys have had a postseason worthy season.
Exactly, and we just want to go ahead and just watch all the other conference tournaments. I know Troy won their tournament; they were favored to win it. Make sure Rice win theirs. Things like that. So we just gonna watch and see, is there any upsets or those kind of things. And then you still got the Big 12 and ACC already finished. Those kind of things. So again, just seeing if things fall our way, just with people who are predicted to win, do their part, and take care of business. And hopefully, things will fall in our favor, because again, at the end of the day, I thought we had a resume, non-conference and conference-wise, with some major wins, and to put us in the tournament, especially during a year of COVID, where some teams didn't even get enough games, from these other major conferences. They might have played 10, 12, those kind of things. They shouldn't be able to get the nod over us that played 16, 17, 18, almost 20 games, things like that, and had a chance to prove that we belong.
Any other questions for Coach?
Was there any update just on how's Diamond doing, and in terms of, I guess, as you move forward?
Yeah, she could have played tonight. She could have played tonight, and I just wanted us to get a little closer before I put her in there, just because she hadn't had any live action since South Florida, and you would like for her to get a good practice before you can put her out there. And she we did about 50% when she did have a chance to practice, and we only did a little drill work. You always want to be able to test your players in practice and what they're going to feel in the game. And only if we got into emergency or got close within 10 that I was going to try to use her. But I know we got some more basketball left in us, and so we didn't want to take a chance on trying to put her in there, especially when we wasn't within striking distance.
Any final
Ron, you've got about 4 or 5 days now. What's the plan? You get back home? Is it rest and rehab, or what do you want to do the next few days with the team?
Exactly, you hit it on the head. Rest and rehab. Have them, get ready for the selection Monday. We'll do some things on, Saturday and Sunday. Just talking, meeting a little bit, getting our ducks in a row. We're going to get together as a team for the selection. We're going to get some brackets, and we're going to write some names in and those kind of things, because you have to get that feeling. You have to understand what this moment is all about. You have to be able to see, your name up there as well as other people, and especially people that we may have had a chance to beat or we play and didn't win against, those kind of things. But that's the next step for this program and our kids. It's just having the opportunity to feel what that feeling is of the NCAA tournament. I went 7 straight years before I became a head coach. And I'm telling you, once you get that feeling, you don't ever want to go back. And I think once our kids start to really feel that, and we're so young, that they're going to embrace it. I'm just listening when the guy was just calling out all the starting lineups, sophomore, junior, freshman, that kind of stuff. So really, really excited about where we are and where the future holds for us.
Those NIT years, did y'all get together for selection Monday, or is this going to be one of the first times that y'all have done this?
This will be the first time we've done this. But those other years, we knew we were going to the NIT because we missed the NCAAs. So we didn't get together, but we think we got a swinging chance. We just want to get up there with the bat and take the pitch and see what happens.
Thanks, Ron.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Joe.
Coach, thanks so much for your time tonight. Best of luck. Congratulations on a great season to date, and best of luck in the postseason.
Thank you so much, Chuck.